Ladies and gentlemen, this man, he want this information going to the world news very soon from March 2023, from March 2023 to know that Space God side want to bring government of Canada under my investigation from March 2023, which is God want this information going to YouTube news. Many part in the world receive that government of Canada coming on the Qassem Yarahmadi investigation for lawsuit by Space to bring in their government on the world news. So I bring it to you here. What is coming to happening? What is God message?
Is digging out after a wild winter storm. The biggest snowfall of the season in the Greater Toronto area dropped as much as 30 centimeters of snow in some spots, grounding flights, knocking out power for thousands of homes, and even unleashing a rare phenomenon known as thunder snow. As Taria Isri reports, that storm system is now working its way east.
The sky lit up and so did social media with a relatively unusual sight. That crackling sound rang out across the Greater Toronto area.
This message, most important part, I bring it to your evidence. This man here, he want this information going to you, the Canada team, especially your department, Canadian Secret Service, to know that you are under my investigation for lawsuit against your department. And what I understand here, God wants you understand and believe they lighting from the sky to your city, to Ontario, but they did not basically black out yet all the electricity in Ontario from Ottawa completely be crushed down by this earthquake coming 8.7 and black out your electricity from Ottawa to Ontario, Quebec, Montreal, Nova Scotia, Saint John to the coming back to the city. And this information, this man he want, I bring it to you. They did not. They did only black out maybe few thousand people or 100,000 people. It's not important. But this man want you taking this information, Canadian Secret Service, very serious. This lighting coming, they are able to completely black out, holding the Ontario to the Quebec, Ottawa, be completely on the blackouts. But all the building, I mean, on the TUSNAMI in Ottawa to go back to Montreal and Ontario, emergency going to happen. But subject, this man want you taking this information going to you before happening. This lighting they do from the sky, here I bring it. This lighting coming from the sky, they did not black out 20 million people yet. But this man told, let me bring it here. This man told to send into your government and your department to know that they are going to black out all the electricity for 20 million people in Quebec, Ottawa, Montreal, Ottawa, Montreal, Ontario, coming under this by blackouts. But which is most important part, they did not by lighting close down holding the electricity, but this man want you taking this information. They are going to black out you, Canadian Secret Service, and your government under my investigation for lawsuit against your department and against your government, because I have lawsuit against your department, Canadian Secret Service, and your government. And Space want to this information going to many part to receive that this is on the way. Hurricane just ahead means hurricane, which is the Japan earthquake 8.7, as I told, coming to Ottawa to bring your department under my investigation. According to God, he want lawsuit against your department because I did not get paid, and they did send to this building here. You did not pay me, and beside that, I am behind my future. So this is going to happening, and God want you taking this information. This lighting coming.
With lightning even striking the CN Tower.
We thought
This lighting coming, which is they call CN Tire, you call CN Tire in Ottawa, in Toronto, they are going to break down that CN Tire in Toronto, according to my information knowledge I have. by basically lighting from sky happening to that severe tower in Toronto, and TUSNAMI, which is the 9.1 earthquake, will happen in that part. And God want to, this information going to many parts to receive that your Canada team, Canadian Security Service, is under my investigation. I have lawsuit against your department for the crime you did cause behind my future by many parts. I don't want to call the name, which Muslim or this Muslim or that India is not important, but everything coming to this building here, God want you receive that. Everything coming to this building. Because this earthquake or tsunami shaking the whole in the system of your country, which is coming right now to your country. Because we are not talking about 100,000 blackout, we are talking about 20 million people going to be blackout in the electricity, because this man, according to information I have, is raising war against your country to bring my case on the news world, what you did cost me in your country. So this information going to you, and God want I send it to you, U.S. government. If you remember here, Sandy hurricane happening, U.S. Navy, you are coming under my investigation, U.S. Navy, CIA, DIA, FBI, and United States government, which is the Sandy hurricane raising by space, by my investigation to your department coming, which is this man, he want you receive that it is not Sandy hurricane. It is 100 times worse than Sandy hurricane. New York is coming. And this man want this information you take, and especially your department, U.S. Navy, and all those people to know that you are coming on the investigation for what you did cost behind my future, what you did not or you did behind my future by hand of Canada, which is the Canada government of Canada coming under this investigation by space, coming to bring in their government under my investigation. So this information coming to you, United States, the same time to know that you are coming on the world breaking news, because space raising from ocean to come to attack your country, and by angel coming to bring in this attack to your country and bringing basically my information in the world breaking news to world receive that United States government. And this coming costing you major blackouts, United States government, because according to the angel, hurricane is on just ahead, is coming. And this information to you, US and Navy, to know that to prepare for major space coming to bring in this investigation to the world breaking news can receive that. And this is coming to happen in war. According to this man, war is coming to your country. Because God command, I get paid from government of Canada. You did not involve United States, you use me, and beside that you walk away, or you did not walk away, it's not important. But war coming, United States Navy and Marine, and you must prepare for even your house become destroyed, US Navy and Marine. And you coming on the street with no roof on your head, US Navy, US Marine, and CIA department and DI department, because war raising by space from March 2023. This war coming unknowing, ladies and gentlemen, Harmony 1000 building, Harmony million building going to fall and be destroyed. According to this man, he will bring the war, third war, United States government from now, March 23rd, to bring my investigation onto the Canada government, to their Canadian Security Service, by 9.1 to 8.7 earthquake, the capital city, Ottawa, Quebec, Ontario, Ottawa, which is coming on the emergency for blackouts, which is happening here already, lighting happening in the sky to the Ontario, the Silver Tower in the Toronto, which is God want to release the war. This war coming very soon, because God want to bring my investigation to government of Canada and the Canadian Security Service. I can say for few $100 trillion God charging government of Canada to pay in the news and bringing lawsuit against the government of Canada for what they did cost behind my future in their country.
Way east.
The sky lit up and so did social media with a relatively unusual sight. That crackling sound rang out across the Greater Toronto Area, with lightning even striking the CN Tower.
We thought it was a
That crackling sound rang out across the Greater Toronto Area, with lightning even striking the CN Tower.
This information coming to the world news, ladies and gentlemen, to know that very soon God released in my investigation to government of Canada according to the gods, and God wants bringing lawsuit against the government of Canada what they did cost behind my future in their country.